A Nigerian has allegedly been killed by the Kenyan police. The senior special assistant to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora, Abike Dabiri Erewa, confirming the killing in a statement by her media aide, Abdul Rahman Balogu, on Sunday in Abuja, said that the reported killing was contained in the briefing by the Nigerian High Commissioner in Kenya, Saudu Momo. This death has sparked protest by Nigerians in and out of Kenya, as well as on social media, asking for proper investigation and protection of Nigerians who reside legally in Kenya from what many have called harassment and assault.
Here are Nigerians living in Kenya. They earnestly ask what happened to Bamiyo Ashade. They are protesting in front of the Nigerian embassy in Kenya. Bamiyo Ashade, a legal Nigerian resident in Kenya, is dead. Until his death, he was believed by his relatives to be a student in Kenya. He was only 26 years old and struck in his prime. Afraid for their lives in a foreign land, this Nigerian spoke in a Nigerian local dialect to keep their anonymity.
Well,
I will say most of what I want to say in our native language, because these days we are not safe. Even when working on the road, one has to look left and right as though unafraid. But you do know what you are avoiding. So now, even where we live, policemen are on patrol looking for foreigners, especially Nigerians, and that has compelled everyone to be on their guard all the time. They even go to people's houses. Aside those two you heard of, many others have been harassed in vehicles, on the streets, even to the point that while walking the streets, one gets terrified.
Speculations are rife that the deceased Bamiyo Ashade was brutalized at his home in Fourways Estate, Kiambu, a town in Kiambu County within the Nairobi metropolitan region, on Monday, October 15th, while the police officers allegedly tried to extort him despite finding out he had valid papers. However, he stood his ground as he didn't commit any crime. The officers then resorted to harassment and assault. Seeing that he was nearing his death, he was quickly rushed to a hospital where he died. Back home in Ibadan, Western Nigeria, the deceased mother and uncle spoke exclusively to Plus TV Africa on the tragic event.
What I just had on Tuesday evening, some of my sisters and some elderly people just came to get the news from me that my son is passing. There is a policeman that beat him up. And he beat him till he gave up. That he went to his house to search for some things, that he didn't see any bad things with him or fake evidence with him. That he just beat him up. That the policeman asked him of money, that he should give him money, and the guy told him that he don't have any money on him, and he started beating him.
He's still there, he has not been buried. We shall want justice. Let Nigerian embassy, we don't know what they will do about it. We don't know. Bamiyo is the last one. It's so painful.
Honestly speaking, the death of Bamiyo is still a mystery to us. Because from what we heard, they said some police officers went to meet him in his apartment and they requested for a permit to stay in the country. And they said they started beating the guy, they beat him to death.
The senior special assistant to the President on Foreign Affairs and Diaspora, Abike Dabiri Erewa, has already demanded for full autopsy and investigation from the Kenya government into the killing. Phone calls to the special assistant were unsuccessful, as at the time of this report, the calls were unanswered. For Plus TV Africa, Amaka Okoye.